I would love to know, what did young Rickie and Melvin want to do or want to be when you were both growing up?
Wow. Okay. Growing up, initially, I used to want to be a fighter pilot. Initially.
Is it?
Yeah. Then I realized that I don't like planes. So.
Oh, not gonna work.
No, but from a very, very early age, I was that kid that was like, I'm sure a lot of you have done this as well, where you listen to your favorite radio shows, you got your tape, you press record, you press the pause button, you wait for your favorite song to come on the radio.
Yeah.
I used to do that a lot and try and make my own radio shows at home. So that's how it started for me. I don't know about you, Mel.
My mum's Ghanaian, so it was all about money in our house.
Okay.
So I thought if you was a bank manager, you get to keep the money for yourself. So at one stage I wanted to be a bank manager. Then I got older and realized I wanted to be an actor. But then I did A-level drama and messed up my A-levels. I kind of messed up my lines in my final kind of project. Because my sister was sitting in the audience and I could see her and she knew I was acting. I was thinking, oh God, she knows I'm not this character. And then I messed up my lines and then got a bad grade in my A-levels, and that's kind of stopped me from doing the acting. Then that's how I ended up going to university.
That's how
and meeting this guy.
I'm actually very annoyed at your teacher for not allowing you to get the grade because...
I don't think they knew that at the time, that all that happened. And it's not your teacher who grades you. It's like another person externally.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to write a complaint. But but hey, it worked out. It worked out. Okay.
It did work out.
Everything for a reason.
Yeah. So, okay. So at what point did you start pivoting to having an interest in broadcasting?
I love music anyway.
Yeah.
I used to listen to like Trevor Nelson. I used to work in the shoe shop in the stockroom, and he had Rhythm Nation on. And I was like, maybe I could do that. But I wasn't too sure at that point. Then I went to university and met Rickie in our first year. And Ricks was like, hey, I'm Rickie Haywood Williams. And this guy he was so smooth. He would tuck his Burberry jumper into his trousers. Who does that?
I still tuck it in now. Look.
See? Nothing's changed. Nothing's
Still
changed.
tucked it.
And he was just so confident and so smooth. And he went to Brit school, so he knew radio. And I was like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. And we just kind of started just doing projects together.
What was crazy to me was that when we started at university, we were both doing media.
Oh,
Yeah.
But Melvin wasn't doing a performance-based course. He was doing practical.
My goodness,
And Melvin was this guy that, like, whenever you met him, he'd walk up to you and be like, hey, my name's Melvin Odoom, MTV Bass. That's how he would start everything.
I was manifesting.
Wow.
He was.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's how he used to introduce himself. Seriously. And I was like, this guy, you need to be on the course that I'm doing. You're way more performative than I am. You're on the wrong course, bro.
To be honest, my mum was strict, and she said, when you go to university, do something theory-based. And so, like, I did this course, and I kind of pretended to be on it. And then Rickie was like, just change and do something more practical. Wow. And I never told my mum. Even when I graduated, I never told my mum. Like,
are you serious?
Till this day, she doesn't really know.
So what does your mum think you did?
All she cared about was that I graduated. And because
yeah.
all they care about is the picture with the little hat
Yeah.
on the mantelpiece. And as long as it's there, then she's cool. So that's all she kind of cared about. But I did change the course because Ricks was like, you're better suited to this.
This comes up a lot because you actually play a big part in the radio story.
Yeah.
But we're going to come to that because I want to talk a little bit about how you actually met. Like, do you remember the day?
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, I can't wait. Go for
Like it was yesterday. So obviously it's the first day of university. I'm driving to university. We get there to the halls of residence, like the student village.
Yeah.
And I'm in my parents' car, packed out all the stuff's in the back of the car and stuff. And as I pull up, there's this guy just standing outside of like the halls of residence. I'm sure it was raining. And he had on like this PVC kind of like 3/4 length jacket, like these like dark rimmed glasses, thick rimmed glasses. And he had like these massive sideburns. And I was like, what is going on with this thing?
It was like I was in an Usher video. And I had hair back then.
You did have hair. You look good, to be fair. You look
had
good.
cane rows back then.
Yeah, you remember.
This was before the cane
I
rows.
remember.
This is
This is before the cane rows.
Before cane
Before the
rows.
cane rows. Before the cane rows.
Okay.
Cane rows came after university.
Yes. But then as they do at university, they take you out on a night out, don't they? Like all the freshers and whatnot to go and like have a party.
Yeah.
And then I saw Melvin again. And I just thought, you know what? I don't know how many black people are going to be at this university. Let me make my bond strong from early.
It's true. That's the South London in you. Survival skills, bro.
Yeah.
So that's how we
real.
met. I just went up to him, and he was with another friend of ours who became a friend of ours called Leroy, who lived in the same flat as him. and we just were collecting friends, like, weren't we? Like, literally, one of our friends is here from that very, very night as well.
Wow. That's a nice
Clubbing.
origin story.
Mad, isn't it?
I love that. Proper, like, so you guys are day ones. Like,
Yeah.
we talk about, like, you know, people meeting along their career and, like, yeah, that's my like industry friends. But you lot are before industry friends. You are the real deal.
Yeah, I always say we're a happy accident.
Yeah.
Because of the work kind of, it happened because we did student radio and went, well, this is fun when we do this. And then Russell, who we just mentioned, and our other friends from university started doing club nights after university because no one would employ us because we had no profile, we had no experience.
Yeah.
So we just started doing our own thing ourselves. And then at those club nights, we'd interview people. So like Reggie Yates would come down and we'll interview him. Amy Winehouse,
yeah.
we'll interview. Kojo will come down, we'll interview them. And so then we started building. So we was like, okay, actually, it's quite fun when we do stuff together. It was never like an on-purpose
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't planned or anything like that.
The duo thing.
Yeah.
Because it's a big ask to then rely on someone to help you along your career. You've already entered a career that's very shaky, anything can happen, but now you're asking people to book you as a duo.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So did you ever like question, actually, maybe I should do this alone, and feel free to you know, no shade,
I mean, in the beginning, we both wanted to be presenters, so
Yeah.
we didn't have a plan of how that would happen. We just
Yeah.
knew that we wanted to get to a certain point, but we didn't know how we get there.
Yeah.
As we went along, like Melvin said, opportunities just arose, and we just grabbed them, and it just kind of opened up that way. We used to work at One Extra when One Extra first started, and we were like broadcast assistants. So we were working behind the scenes. We were working with a lot of DJs, whether it was like Ace and Viz, whether it was Rampage, the whole roster. We were really, really lucky, but we wanted to be in front of the mic. And then we got an opportunity while we were at One Extra, a competition for anybody that worked in the BBC to take part and become a radio presenter for the day and produce a radio show. Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah. And
They don't do that no more.
No, there's no money.
no. But it was only an internal thing. So you had to work in the BBC, and
Wow.
you could get to work at any. You could work in the canteen if you wanted to, and the canteen lady could come up and try.
Serious?
become a
That's
presenter.
amazing.
We did the competition, and they kind of held it like it was like X Factor for radio.
Yeah.
And luckily enough, like for us, we won the competition. The people that were on the panel were really influential people at the time.
Yeah.
There was a woman called Jenny Abramsky who was like the head of radio and music, so she was really big, like high up. And there was another person that was like part of the head of like an agency. Wow. And he said off the back of that, you two have got something, you know, like I don't know what you've got, but you got something.
Something's there.
Like we can tell that you're friends. We can tell you got a good friendship, and
Yeah.
you can't buy that. You can't buy that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
And that's how we kind of went from there.
Before you even got to that stage,
Right.
Rickie, you was the broadcast assistant first, and then you was like, my bro needs to be here, and you called him and said there's an opening, and give me the real story.
So after uni, we went 2 different routes. So
Okay.
Rickie was like, I'm going to do work experience everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So you was like at what, Kiss? You was
Here's Choice FM, before it
Radio
changed to
One.
Apple Extra,
Yeah.
Magic, BBC. I just thought to myself, I've been at university for 3 years. I really want to try and use my degree. I want to do what I did at university to
Yeah.
try and straight out the bat.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work like that. You've got to like earn your yards. So I just just applied for everywhere and just worked for free for about 6 months. And then I completely ran out of money and then had to sign on.
Oh, I've been there.
Had to get that check. There's a missing piece because we went to university with my cousin Kerry as well, who was incredible throughout our whole time at university. Did the same course as myself and Melvin.
What was it called? Remind us of the course.
Media performance and radio.
Media
Yes.
performance and radio.
Yes.
Minor.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And she was the one that said to both of us, there's a new station launching that is perfect for us. It plays black music. We're like, what? It's got all of these amazing DJs on there. So she was the one that got me in.
Okay.
And once I was kind of like on the board, I was like, Melvin, come through. Like, come on, we got to do this. Because we were all at university together, so
Yeah.
it just made sense.
My route was I was broke after university.
Happens.
And I was like, I need to make money back because I'm
Yeah.
in debt from my student loan and all that. So I became a teacher. I used to teach in Tower Hamlets College.
Wow.
I did youth work. And then I started working for Dick and Dom in the bungalow, dressing up in silly outfits and dancing around in
Yeah.
custard and baked beans.
Yep.
So I was doing all that. And then Ricks was like, doing his thing. And then that's when he was like, why don't you just come and do like 2 weeks of work experience and just work, show them what you've got.
Yeah.
And I worked my butt off. And then they gave me like a small kind of like freelance place.
Wow.
So that both got us in that space at the same time, basically.
The Dick and Dom thing, like, you made it sound like, yeah, then I just did this job, like, with ice cream and beans.
No, it was a big deal. Dick and
Huge. Did you not hear the gasp just now?
It's mad how much it touches people, that show.
Yes.
So we have another friend called Chanel Robinson who was also on our course.
Right. No, your course was lit.
It was
What?
big.
Yeah,
it was
big. Chanel was very much like Kerry, Rickie's cousin.
Yeah.
So when me and Rickie were going clubbing and enjoying life, Chanel was applying work experience at different places.
Wow.
And she got a job at the BBC as a researcher, I think it was. So she got this job on Dick and Dom and was like, messaged me, like, Melv, come down, I've got a show for you. And I was like, what, TV? And she said, yeah, Melv, TV, I was being wicked. I put on some nice clothes, my shiny shoes, everything. I turned up to...
Listen a bit, because you said to me as well, Ricks.
Yeah.
Ricks, come through, man. I was like, he's like, it's TV. I was like, what we got to do? He's like, dress up as a dolphin. I was like, no, I'm out. I'm out.
But all I heard was, you get free food and they're going to pay for your cab. And I was like, cool, I'll turn up. But then when I got there, Chanel was like, but seriously, you can see how TV works.
True.
And you'll get to meet people in the industry and just see how it goes. So I came up and they were like, put on this outfit. And I was dressed as like a dolphin, like Rickie said.
Oh, my God.
And they were like, we're going to cue you in. We're going to play some music and just start dancing. And something my gran used to say is, whatever you do in life, big or small, do it to the best of your ability, right?
I hear it.
So I came out and I started doing the Running Man, robot, shuffle. I was going crazy. And I just thought, my face isn't showing, so I can just do it freely. I don't really mind. And I came off set. It was on there for like about 2 minutes, not even that long. And the producer of the show, a guy called Steve Ryde, who's a legend, he came down, he said, that was really funny. Do you want to come every single week and do something like that?
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, it's cool. He goes, I can't pay you.
Oh.
But we'll make sure you're always fed. I'll sort out your transport. Yeah. So I was there for about a year or so. And then they started adding characters to the show. And the show got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the way it works at the BBC is if one person's doing the same job as you, you have to start paying them. And one of my co-stars, his wife was an agent. So she negotiated everyone's fee, so then we started to get paid. I was on that show for 5 years. They won several BAFTAs. So
you won BAFTAs.
Yes.
You were part
You've
of the
won several BAFTAs through the show. Yes. So as much as you are a duo, clearly, different worlds and different walks of life, different opportunities came up. So was it a conscious decision, clearly, from your part, Rickie, that you're like, I am a journalist. Like, I'm going to do MTV News, and I'm here for good time.
You said that real politely.
Discussing between yourselves, again, does that impact the duo?
No, we always celebrate each other's wins, man.
When one does well, you can kind of ride the coattails. Do you know what I mean? So when Melvin's done well, I ride them coattails all the way. Like, all the way. I feel no shame. No shame.
When Rickie was at MTV, right, I would follow him every day to the studio. I never had a job at MTV, by the way. So we'd do our show at Kiss. Then Rickie would be like, right, I'm going to MTV. I'm like, cool, I'm coming. So he'll go, and then he'll walk into some room, and people will hand him scripts, and they'll get changed. He's having his makeup done. I'm running around the whole office, chatting nonsense, cracking joke. His boss was like, Melv, do you want to come in for what, like a screen test or something?
Screen test, yeah, for a new show.
Because I used to just follow Rickie every day.
Wow.
Because I badly wanted to work at MTV.
Yeah,
I knew I wasn't going to do the news because I'm not that guy. But they found a job for me, and then we ended up doing like continuity links, and it's called MTV Digs.
So everything I'm hearing so far is that where he goes, you go.
Yeah.
But also, you guys take opportunities and you let
man.
everyone make sure that when you're in the room, they're going to at least know who you are.
Everything's an opportunity, and I think work breeds work.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
If you're doing stuff, people see it, and you never know who's in the room.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So as long as you're passionate about what you do, people are going to see it.
And Melvin always used to say as well, do you remember this? You'd say, people in the media are lazy. Like, if they can see people that can present in front of them, they're going to hire you. Do you know what I mean?
True.
Rather than going through show reels and going through all of these like letters and things like that, which is a very good point.
Be in people's faces all the time, all day, every day.
Literally that. I want to go back to the One Extra situation because that sounded like it was the perfect home for you guys.
It was.
You've done your research, where you know.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
I
good.
know.
This is good. This
respect
is
it.
good. Remel.
But that didn't end up coming to fruition as we would think. So what happened?
So basically, we were at One Extra, but we were there as broadcast assistants. We weren't there as presenters.
Right.
So we were working behind the scenes, even though we wanted to be in front of the camera. When we did that competition,
Yeah.
that kind of pushed us to the fore. But at the time, you had Ace and Viz on the schedule. You had Rampage on the schedule. You had Jason and Yare on the schedule. And they were like, we're a national station. We can't really justify having another black male duo from London when we've got to represent the whole country. So, and we were heartbroken, but we could totally understand that. And the people that were on the schedule at the time were incredible, like some of our heroes.
Our friends as well.
And our friends as well. You know, it was a blessing in disguise because out of that, we were then headhunted by Kiss. And even though at the time we were like, Kiss ain't really, it's not really our thing. It's not really our music.
Yeah.
But it was an opportunity, and we were like, we just want to be presenters. We want to kind of like have fun. And it became like a home for us. It was a really great place for us to kind of learn the trade, and that's where we met Charlie as well. And obviously that's been a long-standing relationship too. So it all worked out, man.
I would say that was our big break. Kiss.
Massive.
Of course. What do you remember from that time?
Can I just say,
Oh.
the mad thing about that situation was, so we were working full-time at One Extra. Yeah. And we got the opportunity to move across the Kiss as presenters, but they only were offering us 2 days a week. So we were
That was
like,
weekend breakfast?
weekend breakfast, yeah. So we were like, wow, are we going to go from having the paycheck of 5 days a week or move across to 2 days a week?
Yep.
But we're going to be doing what we actually want to do. So that was a big decision to make, right?
You forgot the caveat.
Oh.
Because the boss at Kiss was like, I'm just going to test you guys out. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and I let you go. And commercial radio, as you know, is ruthless. So we were taking a chance. And if it didn't work out, I don't know if...
I think what he said was, we'll sign you, but we'll sign you for the summer, so
That
like
was
a
it.
few months, and then we'll go from there. So,
how it works.
so when we were deciding whether we should leave One Extra, it was like, what if this doesn't work out? We've lost our job at One Extra, and then we potentially don't have a job on the radio either. So that was a big turning point.
Why did you go for it?
Money.
I think it was because it's what we wanted to actually do. For years, we were broadcast assistants and behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And imagine seeing all your peers doing what you wanted to do every day, like prepping their show, producing their show, sitting behind a computer for hours, cutting bits together for someone else when you want to do that thing.
100%. And the money.
Yes.
Then, of course, you moved from weekend breakfast to mainstream breakfast.
Again, another accident. You make it sound like he picked us to do that. It's not how it worked.
I mean, clearly you nailed it.
It's not how it worked.
Okay.
So how it
Let us
worked
know.
was we were the depth DJs.
Oh.
So we were covering everyone at the time. So if anyone was on holiday or off,
Yeah.
get Rickie and Melvin to do it. The guy who's doing breakfast at the time, I'll say it politically, he left. Okay? So
They fired him.
okay. Thank you, Rickie. So he went, and then they were like, we'll just get Rickie and Melvin to cover for a bit.
No
Right?
way.
With Charlie?
With Charlie.
With Charlie.
Because
Wait.
Charlie was part of that breakfast show.
What,
previously.
producing, right?
Well, she was a character. She was like a presenter on the show. Yeah,
Okay.
she was part of the show.
Yeah.
Definitely on air.
Already at that point?
Yeah.
She wasn't like, it wasn't like her name up in lights, but she
Right.
was part of the
Definitely,
show.
yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
part
she's
of like
definitely
the...
part of it.
Yeah.
We covered, and then we went to Ibiza, I believe it was.
Yeah, it was.
And they did the Ray Jar listening figures.
Oh, yeah.
And they went up. And then they published like the figures in the press, and then it all went all crazy. So
Well, it was, you're playing it down because, you know, it was a big deal at the time because we added 100,000 listeners to Kiss's listenership. So everyone just went,
That's a round of applause moment.
everyone just went, what the hell? A boy from South London and a boy from North London? What is going on? Like, how have they done this? At that point, our boss just went, you've done well here, so let's talk about a contract.
yeah. So that's what happened. That's what really.
But sorry, Mum, you were talking about Ibiza.
So yeah, so we was away at the time, and then
You were enjoying.
we was enjoying life. Yeah.
Enjoy.
I can't remember why we were there. So when we came back, they were like, guys, the figures have gone up. that you're in this article. The press want to speak to you about this.
Oh, because sorry, not to age you guys up, but this is pre-social media. So
yeah. So it's newspapers.
100%.
It's not Twitter or Instagram. It's newspapers. That's how old we are.
In fairness, MySpace was around.
Yeah.
MySpace.
But MySpace is also old. That's what happened. So when we came back, there was excitement, and that's how we kind of got the slot on The Breakfast Show.
Amazing. How did it feel knowing that you guys were about to be the Breakfast Show hosts for Kiss?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy, because we were coming off the back of, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a DJ called Bam Bam and Street Boy, and they used to do pranks, and they were just so popular in that Kiss world. And when we first joined, I remember like being in the room, and they had all of these plaques up on the wall and all of these awards that they'd won, The Breakfast Show had won. At the time, the most amount of listeners that The Breakfast Show had was like 800,000 listeners. And I just remember going, I want to do that. I want to do that one day. And we actually got to a point where we beat that. We actually beat that.
Love that. Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
When I look back, we took for granted how lucky we were to do that show.
Yeah.
Because we would laugh every day, man.
Yeah.
And like the guests that we would have on were absolutely wild. And we see clips online randomly every now and then on like YouTube or Insta. And you're like, raw, we were doing that. For that 12 years we did that show for.
How was it building that show?
Just fun. I just have such fun memories of it. And all of that stuff that you say is true. Yeah. But at the time, it didn't really feel like that, did it? It felt so natural, and it just felt fun. It really did feel fun. But we did have moments where, like I remember when Michael Jackson sadly passed away, and we had to like speak about that on the radio, and that was a massive moment. I remember like Melvin being super upset about that. I was upset about that, but then coming onto the radio and having to talk about it, because our boss was like, this is the huge news. You've got to talk about it.
We were so used to being happy and up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's really weird to come in and talk about something so sad.
You guys are duo royalty as well. Like, you know, we had the Ace and Viz. We had the like, you know, Rampage, they're still doing their thing as well. Yeah. You guys have lasted the test of time. But also, I'm sure there's been comparisons to Ant and Dec.
I welcome it. Ant and Dec are rich. Why would I say that's a bad comparison? That's amazing. These guys have got their own production company. Yeah. They've been on TV for time. They've won multiple awards. If you want to call us Ant and Dec, yeah, great. Me and Rich were talking about this the other day. But there's an artist who went online and he was really upset because he was compared to another artist. Yeah. Right? And I actually think the other artist is great. And I was like, when you're starting out and people are consuming your music for the first time, the first thing they do is they compare to the other people that they love.
It's natural, isn't it?
It's a natural thing. And I don't think it's a disrespect. If you're saying that you're copying this person, that's different. But if you're comparing, I actually just think that's a natural thing that human beings do. Yeah. And to compare us to someone like Ant and Dec is a compliment for me anyway. I don't know about you, Slit.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we're very, very different. Yeah. And they're way richer. But in the beginning, in the early days, it was a compliment.
The reason I think of that is because your transition to broadcast to TV is very much what I'm like, okay, we're following you guys. I want to do what you guys do as well. Having your own primetime show on ITV, bang on the money, was a huge deal. Saturday night TV for a lot of presenters is like the epitome of we made it.
Yeah.
So talk us through that moment of transitioning to TV on a primetime slot.
Well, firstly, we were lucky because we had MTV as kind of like our home, our TV home, so we could like get our air miles up on that. Yeah. We were on that every single day. You go out on
every day?
Every day. Well, Monday to Friday.
But that's every day.
Yeah, we're on it every day.
Wow.
And, you know, you got to go on shoots, you got to go to red carpets, got to go to award shows, you got to fly abroad. You literally got to do everything that you could possibly do in TV, but not necessarily with the gaze of a mass audience. Yeah. Still a big audience, like for young teenagers at the time. Yeah. So you got to learn your air miles. Obviously, we met Laura Whitmore on there as well. She was our co-presenter on MTV2, who's gone on to do amazing things as well. Big up Laura. But yeah, the transition to, I think once we were doing that, everyone started to go, you guys have got to do mainstream TV. You got to do Saturday night TV. So then it wasn't even something that we kind of discussed. It was kind of we were told that that's what was going to happen.
Oh, wow.
And it was kind of like this train that just kind of like just ran away with itself.
Yeah.
And then we were building towards that. We did a show, our first live show together. Do you remember Big Brothers Big Mouth?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I feel mad saying his name now. But remember when Russell Brand used to do that show?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Then he left. We were one of the presenters for like a week.
So they had James Corden and Matthew Horn from Gavin and Stacey.
Wow.
They had Michael McIntyre.
Yanka Gascoigne did it.
Yes.
There's loads of different people, like comedians,
Few comedians. Yeah.
broadcasters.
Yeah.
So we did that for like a week run.
Which was amazing experience because live TV ain't no joke, you know.
Oh, tell them. Please tell them, Rickie, because
It is absolutely terrifying. Now people go, but you guys do radio, and that did help a lot doing radio. But when they're counting you down and you're about to go live on TV to the nation, that is terrifying. Once you get going, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like that adrenaline, oh my gosh, it's crazy.
that prepared the transition to ITV's Bang on the Money.
That didn't happen straight away.
Tell us, what was the time
So
span?
do you remember Antoinette doing a show called Friends Like These?
Feels
Right.
It's a
And,
beep-
and then
beep
Ian
show.
Wright did it as well afterwards.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like I remember the Ian Wright era more.
Right.
Because we were
Yeah.
just gassed to see Ian Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So we met this amazing woman called Susie Lamb, and she was like, "What do you want to do?" And we were like, "We want to do like a new age version of Friends Like These. We just want a show where we can have a group of friends competing in different games." That's all we said.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Cool, leave it with me."
She said, funnily enough,
Oh yeah,
we've been developing an
something like
idea
that. Yeah,
similar to that.
Yeah.
And she was like, you two would be great for it. And that whole process of developing that TV show,
Yeah.
I think we joined it a year after it had been developed. So it's been
Wow.
in development for 1 year. 3 years after that was when it made it to TV. So that's the difference between radio and TV. Like TV takes a long time to kind of get things through the hoops and, you know, dot the I's and cross the T's and all that stuff.
How do you get to meet this network of people like Susie, like the Adams, that can get an idea off the ground? Like, what were you guys doing at the same time to get you to those conversations?
We'll have to big up our agents. We're with our day one agent, Grant Michaels. So the guy that Rickie mentioned from that competition, the owner of the company, he gave us this agent called Grant.
Are you serious?
So he was our first agent, and there's been points where we've left him and come back, and left and come back. He's always been our day one, and he truly cares about us.
Got Clara Ampho's first job, Grant did.
Wow.
Yeah. Kojo's first job.
Legend in the game, like an absolute legend in the game.
Yeah, so a lot of credit goes to him.
So yeah, he would have introduced us to all these different people.
Why do you think? I mean, can you talk through the role of an agent? Because what do they do for talent like yourselves, and what should people be looking for in an agent as well?
An agent basically hopefully has a network of people in places of power in terms of like TV and radio and opportunity that they can connect you with, and hopefully align it with the vision that you want to kind of see out in your career. So they will say, okay, we want to get you on mainstream TV, so let's have a meeting with the guy at ITV, let's have a meeting with the guy at the BBC or the lady at Channel 4, and they put you in front of all of these people, and then it's up to you to perform. Then it's up to you to kind of have a rapport, maybe have an idea, or they have an idea, and then you could try and spark up some kind of creative juice that kind of that grows into something. People always come up to you and they go, "Oh, so what are you working on?" And I always say, you're always working on something. There's always a meeting to be had. There's always something in the pipeline. And 90% of the time, it doesn't come to anything.
Yeah.
And when it does, that's why you got to celebrate it, because it's an amazing thing.
What do you think is the best route for new talent to kind of stand out? Like, is being a multi-hyphenate a good idea, or should they buckle down and find a thing?
The secret is do what you love. It's so wild. Like, we get so many messages from young people saying, like, "What should I do? Should I do that?" And I'm like, do what you love.
Yeah.
What should I do in my show reel? Talk about what you love. What song should I talk about? Talk about the song you love. Because no one can talk about what you love better than you. Me doing Lego, because I got a call and they were like, "Do you want to do a show about Lego?" I was like, "Yeah, cool. I used to play with Lego as a kid. It sounds like a fun thing." And I did a screen test and it was jokes. And then we did 2 seasons. And then even when the show stopped, then the brand still wanted to work with us because I liked doing it. It was fun. And this works because we love it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think if you do what you love first, then everything else kind of falls into place.
And what you love can change as well. You're allowed to change. Your passions can change over the years, and
Yes.
you know, your interests can change. That's the beauty of this job, because you can basically kind of, you know, find the niche for yourself and kind of go places that you didn't want to go 10 years ago. Like, so that's a good way to look at it.
I think that's the beauty of what you two bring. Like, you clearly do have different interests, but when you're together, it's so good. Like, it's so right. You get that, again, that black boy joy I was talking about. It just oozes out of you. Literally, I could see you two frolicking. Like, that's a wonderful image. So go and frolic. Please, never stop. I want to talk about a big, big, big show that Melvin did.
Oh.
Which
I'm a
one?
celeb-
There's been a few.
The one that scarred everyone.
God,
Look, I love watching I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
When you doing it,
Never.
you will end
You'd
up.
be great on
I'm
it.
going to, guys, please
Do you know
mark
what?
it now. I will never.
What's your fear? What's your fear?
What's your
What-
fear?
Everything.
Okay, so I was you
Yeah.
7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was you. And I
You
was
genuinely thought you weren't going to do it.
I was like, I'm never going to do this. I'll tell you guys the truth. 2-3 years ago, I messaged my agent. I told Ricks this the other day. And I said, TV's dying. Like, what's going on? We've not had any big shows in ages.
Yeah.
Should we allow it? Should we forget about TV? And he was like, no. We had a few meetings here and there, a few kind of screen tests here and there. And he was like, would you do the jungle? And I was like, I'm not sure. He goes, because I've got you the offer.
Woo!
You,
It's there.
and it's happening in 2 weeks' time.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? This is.
He goes, someone's dropped out, and so there's now a space.
Oh my God.
You either do it now or it's never going to happen again.
No, I'm actually stressed for you.
You asked me to get you on TV. I've now got you on the biggest show on television. What do you want to do? It's completely up to you, Melv. It's completely up to you.
Nah.
How can I go no? At this point. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I was so scared, but I think because I had 2 weeks to decide, I had no time to think about it. Man couldn't sleep for 2 weeks.
Of course not.
At all. My main priority was go gym, because you might get naked. You might be showering, the cameras might catch you. So I went gym for 2 weeks.
Oh.
That's why when I landed, everyone was like in like combat gear and trainers. I was wearing loafers and trousers and a shirt, and everyone was like, what is this guy doing? He's not prepared. I was not prepared at all. We always say everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Because if I had time to think about it, it would have been long. And then also, I wouldn't have been on that show with people like OT.
Yeah.
And I needed OT.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have survived in there.
Really?
No way. I found it hard. I found it hard. Man was crying.
What was the hardest part of the
The
show?
eating.
Oh, really?
Eating
The,
with
the lack of eating.
lack of eating food with no seasoning is harder than I thought. Eating food with no seasoning is harder than I thought. First few days, you go to bed and you hear, and you're like, raw, what is that? And you get over them noises after like day 5 or 6,
That's
right?
a long time.
But it's a long time still. When the challenges come up, because in the daytime, if you don't get called for a challenge, you're bored.
Yeah.
So by the time you do get called, you just want to do it, just to keep your brain going. So it's not that, it's the eating, not knowing, having the lack of control is the thing.
Yeah,
that gets-
yeah. I'm a control freak. I could never.
But you have to do it, because it.
But why are we positioning it to me? Your co-host is right here.
No, don't think
Rickie.
I push him every day.
I've been to the jungle though.
He's done it.
I did the secondary show. You know, like the
Extra cam.
the feeder show that comes on
Unpacked.
ITV2.
Yeah.
Did you do challenges?
Yeah.
I did one challenge.
So it doesn't count.
I don't like snakes. I don't like.
Both
can't-
of you have to do it.
I can't do that.
I think
You have
Rickie's
to do it.
the better option.
It opens so many doors afterwards.
Yeah.
So many doors.
Really? Okay, let's talk about that.
Because it just reminds people of. Put it this way, right? When I did that show, I've lived in my area for 7 years, right? I got on the train, and a neighbour on my street sat down with the wife and the kids. They were like, we were watching you on the jungle, Mason. Mason, we was rooting for you, Melvin. We were voting for you every night. Every night rooting for you, Melvin. I ain't spoken to these guys once. Lived there 7 years. So it opens doors. It's so wild
Wow.
how big the audience is. And like we take the train to work every day.
Yeah.
Like, we get on
Really?
every day we take the train to work.
Oh, you lot are proper normal, innit?
Yeah, man.
But during that period, I'd say that first week when I came back, people were like this. Because they're not sure. And
Yeah.
out of context, because it's just such a big show. And it is one of the few shows that everyone
Well, we had I think you just got back from the jungle. We had a DJ gig at Wembley.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, we were supposed to be going back to back. It was just me. No one was just taking photos down by down
So it's
the
a mad
crowd,
show.
massive crowd.
It's
People
back to
just
normal
loved it.
again now. No one cares anymore.
So now there's a perfect cue for Rickie.
Yeah, now it's Rickie's time.
What an opportunity. I mean, you've both done Strictly.
Yeah.
So that's another amazing achievement and milestone. Like, how do you feel about reality TV in general? I mean, you've said it's open doors, but how do you feel about it, putting yourself out there and, you know, you're married with kids and all that kind of stuff? Like, have you ever questioned whether you'd go that extra step further, doing more reality, different types of shows?
I think it's part of the landscape. So you're in it to win it. And if the right thing comes up, then the right opportunity. I always used to want to do Big Brother back in the day.
Oh, that's my fave.
Because I used to just want to feel like, would I get upset if somebody hit a toilet roll? What is my psychological brain like? Can I withstand that stuff? But yeah, obviously Big Brother evolved into something slightly different.
Big Brother's still there.
And now it's back. It's
There's a
back.
question mark
Would you
about
do
the
it?
new series, but would you do it?
I'd do Big Brother. I would do Big Brother. But I recently got asked to do Celebrity SAS.
Oh,
Have you lot seen that show?
yes. That's
Hell
crazy.
no. So I'll tell you what happened. So I had a hernia.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I had it for like 3-4 years.
Oh, that's bad.
And sometimes it used to be like quite bad. It used to like happen to like pop out at work and stuff. It was quite extreme.
Yeah.
And then I randomly,
face.
about a month ago, literally a month ago, I was trying to get like an operation for a long time. I just got a call from the hospital, said, "Can you come in tomorrow? We're gonna operate on you." But I'd already had the call with SAS to go and do the show.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, if I don't take this operation now, I could be waiting for another 3 years.
Yeah.
NHS, whack. Or do I, get the operation, or do I go on the show?
Yeah.
So I did the operation. It's, your health is the most important
Absolutely.
thing. I was gonna go on that show.
Oh,
Yeah.
next season.
Next
Next
season
season,
maybe.
yeah.
Next season maybe. But boy, that might be the death of me, boy.
no, we're gonna root for you like his neighbor. Every day we're gonna root for you. Wow. I love that you guys are always up for everything. I want to go back to the broadcasting side, because you guys made a huge decision when you decided to move from KISS and go over to your current home,
Yeah.
BBC Radio 1.
Yeah.
Huge decision. How easy or hard was it to make that move?
For me personally, when we first got the call about it, our agent Grant called us up and said, "Look, your contract at KISS is going to be coming to an end at the end of the year," say it was. And he was like, "I think you've done your time at KISS now. You should leave while people still want you there.
Ooh.
Like, don't leave when everyone's like, oh, get them off. Like, leave when people still want you there. It's a power move. Like, do you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I've been having conversations with the BBC
Jeez.
and they really like you guys. They really want you to come across." Now, for me at the time, I was like, I don't think we're Radio 1. I wasn't sold on it at the time. I just didn't think, we've been at KISS for a really long time. We hadn't had that much interaction with Radio 1 and any chats and whatnot. So I was quite apprehensive at the start. But a bit like in TV with that TV show Bang on the Money, that conversation with Radio 1 went on for about 3.5 years.
What?
Long,
Yeah,
long.
because you got to think about it. They've got their roster, and most people that are on the radio on Radio 1, they don't go anywhere because they've reached a really high level.
Very true.
So you kind of have to wait for someone to leave, for the jigsaw to move, for someone to move in.
Yeah.
So we were having this conversation for a long time, right, Mel?
Yeah. So it's funny because they were like, "We're interested, but we don't know where you'd go on the station."
Okay.
So then we got a call, and Charlie Sloth had got the job on Beats Radio, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they were like, "There's a gap in the schedule. How
Yeah.
do you feel about moving over?" For me, it felt like the right time to move over, because we were like, if they're never going to ask us again. Like, this is your only chance.
Fair.
But by the time Charlie Sloth had moved, we'd been talking to them for like 3.5
Yeah.
years.
So that
Yeah,
relationship was already there.
Yeah.
So we moved over, and they were like, "Look, after that, because we kind of know your daytime DJs.
Yeah.
So if the jigsaw moves again, then we'll find another place for you in the daytime schedule.
Oh,
And that's how we ended up on Live Lounge.
okay. Because for those that might not remember, it was a nighttime slot.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we went from breakfast
To nighttime.
to good night.
But we were
Correct.
happy about that.
Really?
Bear in mind, we've been doing radio for 12 years.
Yeah.
So it was up at 4 a.m. for 12 years. And we had to be good for 12 years in terms of, when I say good, we couldn't be rude.
Yeah.
Now, the evening show,
Oh.
The way they sold it to us, they were like, you guys can swear, you can talk about this, you can talk
you
about
could
that.
play hip-hop music. And we were like, what can we? It felt like we did it for like a year.
I think we started on April 1st, April Fool's Day we started, right?
No way.
Yeah. And before the year was up, by the following March, COVID had struck.
Yeah.
So if you bear in mind, we joined Radio 1 and our start time is like 9 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
So we're not seeing anybody when we go in because everyone's gone home.
Yeah.
And then COVID strikes, and then COVID's like pretty much a thing for the next 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel like we were
Doing that show for that period
long,
of time, yeah.
Yeah.
but it also didn't feel like we were integrated into the Radio 1 family because we hadn't seen anyone on the
anyone.
evening show.
Yeah.
Then COVID struck, and then we got moved onto the Live Lounge. So by the time we moved on to Live Lounge, I still felt new. I don't know about you, Mel.
Yeah,
I still felt like a new person, like 3 years in, which
Yeah.
felt weird to me.
I think that's what people don't realize. Like, again, being on a breakfast show, you're basically a part of the office.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
you'll see everyone in the building. It's daytime. People will probably come by in the window, wave at you. When you're in the nighttime,
It's
ain't
different.
nobody but the cleaners. And we love the cleaners, but
Cleaners and the mice. There used to be mice out
oh,
there.
no.
See a mouse running around.
Because I remember those days, I was G'd up with the cleaners, with security. They were my people. They were like, yeah, make sure you play this for me. I'm like, I got you. But like, it's such a big transition to doing daytime. So how was the announcement and the launch of Live Lounge, the Live Lounge?
We were honoured because we were getting the baton passed on from our sister Clara Ampho,
Yeah.
Yes.
who had done it for years and killed it for years.
Yeah.
And we're so proud of her. And then she got to do Annie Mac's slot. It wasn't like she was getting moved somewhere else. And
No one's been fired.
No.
Yeah.
Correct.
It was a very happy time.
Yep.
And secretly, I was gassed because it meant I didn't have to wake up early or go to bed late. It was in the middle of the afternoon. It was like the dream slot.
Yeah.
In terms of your social life, because people kind of don't realize how much doing crazy shifts takes a toll. Like early breakfast is wild. Doing late shifts, like you know, is wild.
Yeah.
So this is like it felt like the first time we was doing a shift where you could actually have a life.
How have you guys juggled relationships? I mean, we've all seen.
Let's move on, Remel.
No, but it's a real question because I do feel like a lot of creatives struggle to find relationships, find partners, whether it's a jealousy issue, whether it's not handling your schedule. How have you both found
Yeah, how have you found it? How have you found
just
it?
building a family and a life?
For me, I went for quite a long time being a single person, and then luckily, just kind of when I wasn't expecting it,
Yeah.
I'd actually given up. Melvin was like, "Listen, you need to try out this new app. It's called Hinge. Yeah, get yourself on Hinge." So I went on Hinge, and I was on there for about 6 months. And then obviously you got to match with people and stuff, all that type of stuff. And then you start talking to people, you know, that boring chat when you first talk to someone. And then they'd be like, "Oh, you do the radio. Oh, I went on a date with a guy from the radio the other day. His name's Melvin."
Wait.
That happened 3-4 times.
No, how
So
do
I
you-
was like, this Hinge thing ain't for me, man. This is not for me. And
Yours wasn't working or something.
this guy, he was amazing. He was a professional. As I was about to delete the app, I saw a DM from someone, and it was literally the last message that I read.
Wow.
And that ended up being like, my life partner. Yeah.
Love that.
That's beautiful.
There's hope out there, guys, for us creatives. I mean, I'm married, but proof. Yeah, there we go. Proof. How about you?
Oh my days.
This wasn't originally in the script, but I felt like this felt like a nice little juicy
No,
addition.
no, carry on.
I feel like your dating life has been quite public.
Has it?
I mean, the Carol Vorder's commentary didn't like.
That, you know what's mad about that is it became a bigger thing than I thought it was going to be. Basically, as I was going in, I got a friend called Haley French.
Yeah.
And Haley was like, "Melvin, make sure you take your personal item with you. And I was like,
Into the jungle.
into
by
the
way.
jungle. I was like, I don't know what to take. And she was like, the smartest thing is to take a pillow because if it's really uncomfortable,
Yeah,
but then put people that mean something to you on the front.
yeah.
And I was like, okay. And she was like, put your mum on there, put your sister, your nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I was like, let me put something funny as well. And I've always had a crush on Carol Vorderman. So I said, let me put Carol Vorderman on there as well. So he put like 4 different photos. And so I didn't think anything of it. It wasn't until I came out and there was like voice notes from Carol and people talking about, and the press went mad about it.
People were trying to arrange a marriage for you.
Well, I ended up meeting her afterwards because
Yeah.
she's got like a game show and she's a captain on the game show. I was thinking, I hope she doesn't think I'm a weirdo or anything. But she was so lovely.
Oh.
She was so kind. And I would say she was flirting with man. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I did weirdly meet someone in the jungle who I'm now with now.
Oh.
I keep things very low. That's what I'm gonna
Yes,
say.
yes.
Rickie's Russell's clapping in the background.
Because we're happy for you.
All right, thank
Yay. Is there anything that you would like to tell all of us when you're starting out? One thing you should know before you get in here.
Wow.
Good question.
I would say it's ever changing, you know. When I think about what radio looked like when we started, it's completely different now.
Just the industry.
Yeah, the
The
industry
industry,
is
yeah.
completely different. Like you could literally have like Chris Moles. Chris Moles could be a radio DJ, yeah? He could wake up, do his show, go home, that's it, and be paid loads of money for it.
Literally.
I don't think you could just be a radio DJ anymore. You got to be a radio DJ. You've got to be a content creator. You got to do a bit of TV. You got to be able to edit your content. You got to come up with program ideas. You got to pitch yourself. You got to learn how to use Canva. You got to be out and about like CapCut, all of them. So it's like
DaVinci Resolve.
yeah, all of them. So it's like you can't just be one thing anymore.
Try a bit of everything, like, because you never know what's gonna stick. You never know what you're gonna really like engage with and love.
Yeah.
I sometimes I feel a little bit, not jealous is the wrong word, but I'm envious of like the opportunities that everyone has now, because you can literally do everything that if we wanted to get a show reel,
Yeah.
then you'd have to get like an editor, like someone have to film.
have to
it
get
for
film.
You. Yeah, man. But now you can do it all yourself and make it look elite from the
So
palm
true.
of your hand.
Yeah.
Whereas you couldn't do that when we first started out. So I just go, look, do everything you can and enjoy the process, because you're going to become great at editing. You're going to become great at talking to the camera. You're going to get all of these skills and you can do it all yourself. So just embrace it all.
Rickie, Melvin, this is your time to give us your top 5 tips
Right.
to make it in the mainstream.
1 for 1.
Okay, yeah. In no particular order.
Yeah. Failure to prepare is preparation for failure. So we got that from Dermot O'Leary. He was hosting the NTA Awards and we asked him, do you ever get nervous? And he was like, no, if I'm prepared, then I'm excited. And if I'm not, then I'm nervous. And I always took that in my brain. And I sometimes over-prepare, but if I'm prepped, I'm so relaxed.
Yeah.
And a relaxed Melvin is the best Melvin you
I
can
don't
get.
think you can over-prepare.
Yeah.
I remember when we did Big Brother's Big Mouth, and I remember we rehearsed our audition like it was ridiculous. We did it so many times, went over our lines. Then you can riff and you can have fun and you can muck about, and that's what brings the X Factor,
Yeah.
right?
There was periods when, in the early days, when we used to have interviews, and we would pretend to preempt the answer,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
For the guest?
Yeah.
but with a fake person. The person's not there.
Yeah. Oh, I've done that many a time.
Right,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
yeah.
would go to town with it and come up with all these different scenarios and stuff like that. So yeah, preparation is number 1.
Love that.
Be yourself. Trevor Nelson is a hero to so many of us, and he just said, look, there's only one of you. So if you just be yourself, no one's going to do it better than you can. Do you know what I mean? And create your own lane.
My next one is celebrate your successes.
Ooh.
I think we spend so much time going, all right, I need to do that. I haven't done enough of that. I haven't done this. I'm not doing this. I'm going to compare myself to this person. And sometimes you are actually already smashing it.
Yeah.
And I think you need to remember those moments when me and my sister and Rick saw you out in the States. I was like, right, you see Remel on this? And she chatted to this person. Like, that's amazing. And sometimes you could be in there doing it, but you've actually forgotten that you've done this really big. Even this right here is an amazing thing. Like, we should be celebrating this as well. And like, do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes we just don't celebrate our wins when we're doing it, when we're in it.
Yeah.
So always remember to celebrate wins, especially when you feel like you're not winning.
Ooh, real.
Don't ever burn bridges. Don't ever burn bridges, because the same people that you see on the way up, you're going to see them on the way down if you burn them bridges.
Yeah.
And you don't know. The industry is of such that people move around.
Yeah.
So you might go, okay, well, I'm leaving this corporation or this company and I'm going over here. They might be your boss again. So I feel like when you don't burn bridges, people remember that as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's been situations when, you know, we've moved from one agent to another, but the first agent might have negotiated your contract.
Yeah.
And I'll always just say, look, even though I'm moving, you keep that money, you keep that contract for the next 2 years, even though you're not representing me.
Wow.
And that means a lot to people. That means a lot. So never, ever burn bridges, because you never know when you're going to need to go back, or they're going to need you, or you're going to need them. Because we've done that with Grant.
So many times, so many times. My next one's very similar to yours. It's just be nice. Half of the jobs that me and Rickie have got isn't because we're the best presenters, because people just like us.
Because we're not.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? People, I remember there's a guy called Ollie Head, right? And he was so honest. And he was working on Extra Factor. And he was like, I'm auditioning you guys just because I like you.
Oh, wow.
Literally, that's it. We did a show on BBC Three, Sweat the Small Stuff.
Oh, loved that show, by the way.
And Juliet Dennison called us up one day, and she used to listen to us on Kiss, and she was like, why are you not on TV?
Wow.
And so she called us into her office, she introduced us to the execs, and she was like, I'm going to develop a show around you guys, just because she liked us.
Love that.
So I think just be nice, because people want to work with people that they get on with.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So true.
Do you know what I mean? So be nice, because really and truly there's about 20 Rickie and Melvins. There's 20. But we're really good at our job, and we're on time, and we do what you say, and we know we're constantly thinking, and we're hustlers. We're working hard.
Yeah.
So I say be nice.
Woo. That was 5, guys.
Done.
Thank you.